in today's episode of Unconventional Money. Union, they'll give me a debit card, and that syncs directly with your bank account. So you can only use the money that's in your bank. So if you go over, the bank or credit union, whoever you have, will often hit you with an overdraft fee of anywhere from, usually it's typically about $35. So you want to make sure that you're not going over the money that's in your account, okay? That's a debit card. It's money that's linked directly with the money you already have existing. A credit card is different because a credit card is essentially borrowed money from the credit card company. They're giving you the money and they want you to pay it back at the end of the month. Well, at least they want you to think they want you to pay it back. Credit card companies make billions of dollars from individuals not paying on time, so they hit them with these little interest rates. And when I say little, it can be anywhere from 5 to 15% extra if you're not paying your credit card off on time. And credit card companies know this, and literally that's how they make their money. I'll cite the source. I looked up some information on penguin.com, and I think Chase Bank made about $52 billion last year in credit card percentage fees from customers. That's people not paying on time or the interest rates on the credit card. That's a lot of money that they're making. So I personally do not use credit cards. But in the business sense, I could see why they would be good. For example, I have a small business. If we need to purchase a lot of materials and we need the money to buy everything because the customer is not going to pay us till the job is done and we need time to get our funds together, a credit card may be good. But again, for individuals, I don't suggest them. But if you are going to have one, I do suggest that you set up your phone or email with alerts letting you know when the bill is due, and always keep some extra money cash saved away in case something happens. Don't rely only on the credit card money. Let's say a check is delayed. You never know. Just always keep extra emergency money because, again, the credit card company is going to hit you with big interest rates, and that's how they make their money. So a credit card is essentially borrowed money. A debit card is money that's debited from your account. The other option that you're going to have is what's called a prepaid credit card. It essentially works like a credit card, except you're putting the money up front in advance. And the good thing about that is when you're essentially making purchases at some places require a credit card. For example, some hotels require a credit card. Some car rentals will require a credit card, not a debit. I know when I go out of town, there's a place where I get my cars from and they prefer credit cards. There's actually one I know that will only accept credit cards and I don't use them. So it took me a while to find one that would use debits. Now, had I known about a prepaid credit card back then, I probably would have got one, put the money upfront on the card that I knew I was going to spend, and use that money essentially on the prepaid credit card. So it's a credit card that you prepay, and you can still treat it like a credit card at major places where you need to make purchases. They'll still accept it. So that is also a good alternative than the traditional credit card, because again, with the prepaid credit card, you cannot go over what you have, and that's kind of why it's designed. It's usually for people who have bad credit, who can't get a credit card, or who don't want to go that credit card route. But that's typically how it's to be designed. As far as I know, you cannot go over on a prepaid credit card, as far as I know. But again, do your homework on that aspect of it. But again, that's what this is all about at Unconventional Money. We always want you to do your homework. We're just giving tad bits of info. Always dive into it. Never accept my little 5-minute speech as the one all-knowing authority. It's far from that. It's to encourage you, the Unconventional Money team, to do your homework, do your research, and see what's best for you. Not one size fits all often, many times. Sometimes I'll hear people give advice, but again, not one size fits all. It's like a pair of shoes. They may be good for this person, but they may be bad for that person, or vice versa, right? So again, do your homework. If you're finding our content educational, please like, subscribe. It would help us out a ton.